Look, we're stuck in this system, we can't get out. It's time for a change, stop running your mouth. I'm looking for words, but I can't get it out. Look for the light, but the sun blotted out.
Hold on, let me hop on the beat. Cause social injustice and prisoner mindset is something we gotta defeat. We idle these hoes and wear all these clothes with shoes that can't be creased. Steady looking for substance and change, but we searching all up in these streets.
Got a stain on my shirt that I can't get out. My people on high like the top of the mount. We thirsting for truth, but there's no spout. Look for a savior, but no one around.
But no one's around, but where do they look? It ain't in the church, it ain't in the book. We can't get a job, so we rather crook. They got us in chains, a fish on the hood.
Look, harvesting not bodies, harvesting not organs. Got them real big mad, cause they culture boring. Pimping the poor, Jim Crow at the door. Selling our souls, our daughters a whore. I wanna give in, can't take it no more. Don't wanna believe our people are more.
We swept our cup when we look at decline. We got a new bottle, it's filled with...
Hello, my MACM family. Welcome to another MACM Make a Culture Move podcast, where we discuss everything from intense social topics to funny social trends. We are your host, Mark Jonathan.
Aja. G.
AJ.
And my man, Tone.
And Antonio.
Yes, sir. Now you good. And as always, we have a wonderful podcast for you all today. But before we get started, if we can have our brief disclaimer.
So here on the Make a Culture Move podcast, y'all know we cover everything Black news, entertainment, sports, politics, everything. We talk about different Black problems and controversies going on in the community and possible solutions to all of that as well. So, with that being said, some of the things we talk about here may be a little controversy. And with that being said, if something said by any of us make you feel a certain way, think about why you felt that way. Marinate on why you felt that way. And then if you want to hit us up on why you felt that way, you can do that. And we can talk about it because we love to talk about it. But with that being said, what's up, family? Y'all check in with me. Who want to check in first? It's Thursday.
What's happening? It's Thursday.
I'm gonna start. So it's Thursday, you know what I mean?
Well, shit, I guess I'll check.
You know what I mean? It's Thursday though. Not much going, besides, this podcast, getting to the business. So, let's get it. You got it, Tom?
Oh yeah, shit, I'm feeling good. Yeah, like she said, it's Thursday. I love waking up and it's sunny and shit like that. I don't really like the cold and all that, so today a cool day. And then, man, I'm a morning person anyway, so I like being able to have something to do during the morning instead of just sitting here and wait for everybody to wake up. And that shit, I guess, G, or?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's Thursday. Like I said, this week went by really fast. You feel me? Like February was the shortest month of the year. It went by really fast. Like it went by really fast. And so really slow. It went by really slow. And this first week of March went by really fast. But I'm feeling good. So, it's the last month of the first quarter of the year, March Madness season. Y'all, March it's like a hot and cold month for me because it's not the greatest, but it's the beginning of spring, which is the beginning of newness. So I always have an appreciation for March. But yeah, I'm gonna pass it to my sis Aja.
I'm doing pretty good. Like y'all were saying, it's the beginning of spring and the sun is out, so that's always like a mood brightener for me. I'll say a mood enhancer more than a mood brightener. That sounds better. But yeah, I'll pass it to Mark.
Sure, I'm chilling. You feel me? Yeah, I'm chilling. Nothing too crazy. I just got 2 new pit bulls, blue nose. So that's what's up. They poop a lot though. That stuff's crazy. I don't know how. Like I couldn't have an
Maybe.
actual child because they poop. They poop a lot. Like that ass. They poop a lot. But besides that, you feel me? My family's in town for my brother's birthday, and then yeah, we all good. So
Word.
boom, we gonna go ahead and get
So
into
boom,
this.
with that, y'all, everybody. Yep, boom. Okay. I don't know if I'm lagging or what. Somebody, I don't know, y'all. But let's go ahead and get this started. You feel me? We got Sis Aja first with some Black affirmations for y'all. So what you got for us, Aja?
So today I just wanted to bring a quote that I found. It says, "I am in charge of my own happiness." And to me, I feel like we as a people and we as a population in general kind of put off our problems onto other people, other situations, instead of kind of taking a look at ourselves and being like, okay, yeah, this made me feel some type of way, but it's up to me to grow from that. It's up to me to kind of, still find the brightness at the end of the tunnel or whatever. So yeah, that's my affirmation. I am in charge of my own happiness.
Well, that
I
was
am in
good.
charge of my own happiness. That's a word.
Yeah, that's who
Yeah,
it is.
that's a word. That's a word.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Boom. Y'all remember that. Repeat that. Say it in the mirror. Say it in the mirror. I am in charge of my own happiness. Repeat that one.
Yes, indeed.
Next, we got bro
I might get
Mark
that
with
shit
some
tatted.
Black excellence for us. Hey,
For
you
real,
feel me?
you
That's a
you
good
look
one.
good get that tatted. I ain't gonna lie. But so yes, like my sis led me into, you feel me, Ahmaud Arbery's killers are found guilty. For those that don't know the story, I encourage you to search it up yourself. But just a quick little background. So on February 23rd, 2020, Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old black man, was murdered during a racially motivated hate crime while jogging in Satilla Shores. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but a neighborhood near Brunswick in Glenn County, Georgia. So it was an assumption without evidence that he was a burglar, and then three men chased him in trucks for several minutes, and yeah, ultimately ended up killing this young black man. So yes, they are now found guilty of, I believe, federal hate crimes. Yeah, so I expect them to be definitely doing their time, uh, rightfully deserved. I'm not really sure how much time exactly they got, but I do know that they were all found guilty, all three. So that's just my little, black news slash black, yeah, my black news for y'all today. You feel me? I
And
wouldn't
I would add
necessarily
to
say.
that, adding to that, it's this verdict was just important because in the very very beginning of his case, the prosecutors and DAs were saying that these three men were validated in killing Ahmaud Arbery, and that there was no crime. So it took a long time for the justice system to really acknowledge that this was a crime, that this was an actual hate crime, that he did nothing wrong, and he was an innocent man who was killed by white supremacists. So wanted to add that. Boom, I guess that's my turn, right? Entertainment for y'all. I got a couple of little things, some things for us to look forward to if you're, interested, like I'm interested. But one thing, Mary J is to produce a Lifetime film inspired by her classic hit record, Real Love. Auntie Mary is a legend, and so this is something I'm very, very, very excited about. So I, gonna keep y'all in the loop on that as they add more information to that. I also there's a 5-part docu-series on the record label Murder Inc. set for the summertime. If you don't know nothing about Murder Inc. label record, definitely encourage you to look that up. If you're a music head, I'm kind of a music head, so I encourage y'all to look up, the Murder Inc. record label and their situation, the indictment situation, all of that. And so I'm excited for that 5-part docu-series as well. James Earl Jones is to have a Broadway theater named after him, which is really, really amazing. He's a legend in the Black community for the theatrics and the art world, as far as, movies and acting and stuff like that. And then Usher confesses he would have dated Aaliyah and that Monica was his first celebrity kiss. That's some hot shit. Low key, y'all. That's low key hot. And so before I move on for that, I just want to ask y'all real quick. Who would you want your first celebrity kiss to be? Got one?
Man, I already know, you feel me,
They
but
got- I already got mine, but they dead though. But if it was like a live person,
Okay,
I know who that's
okay.
gonna be. Shit, if it was like
I know
my
who that's gonna be.
real
Tom gonna make it happen. Who is it, Tom?
fucking well, she dead though, but so God, that would have been my celebrity crush. Even if she would have been old, I still would have kissed her. And then but I think the person now though, but I don't know though, because they be low key going wild. I ain't really with the kissing shit, but I would probably say it gotta be mulatto now, because Rihanna done had a baby, so that shit's over with. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that would be mine.
mulatto is precious.
Word. Okay. I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it. Okay. What about you, Mark?
I would not lie. Let me first say, you feel me? I love my girlfriend, just in case she watching. You know what I'm saying? Let me first go ahead and get that out the way. You feel me?
Clarify that. You feel me?
Yeah, you feel me?
Hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically speaking, I've always had a crush on Lauren London since ATL. So, R.I.P. King Nip, but
Hey, Lord, London.
Okay.
Nunu is.
Valid. Okay.
Nunu is, yeah.
Okay. Aaron, what about you?
I don't know. I mean, it's a tough one, like, cause you talking about kiss, so like, I don't know. But I probably say
Exactly. These celebrities be go livers. You can't be out here kissing.
shoot, I don't know. Like, that's a tough one. I'll probably say like, I'm gonna just go with the Queen, Nicki Minaj. Like, shoot.
Oh, out the Nick. She is bad though.
Okay.
What about y'all,
Aja.
lady?
What about you, Aja?
What one of these guys is not? Yeah.
So I'm referring to one of them back in the day, because now they don't look as good as they used to. But if y'all remember Mindless Behavior,
Okay.
Ray, that was my crush for a long time. But now he's I don't like him no more. But either him or Trevor Jackson, them two were my top two. So
Trevor Jackson is fine.
That's how you know your ass young, because I don't even know who the fuck
Yep. Celebrity crush kiss. Wow. It really shouldn't be this hard, but okay, look, let me explain this real quick. So, y'all, my all-time celebrity crush is Wiz Khalifa, but like not in like a romantic type of way. You feel me? Like kind of, like I just want to like smoke a blunt with him and talk to him, maybe have some advice. You feel me? So like I wouldn't want to kiss him. But so I don't, because that's my only like really like celebrity crush like that. You feel me? Well, I don't know. Fineness, Lance Gross. Lance Gross, you feel me? Now he fine, like he's just irresistible type fine, like you feel me? And he's, you know, I ain't even finna get started, y'all. Lance Gross, that would probably be who I would definitely wanna, yeah. And that would never happen because you know he old enough to be my daddy, so you know he'd probably treat me like a kid. It is what it is, hypothetically. So, boom, hood politics, y'all, with our boy Tone. What you got for us?
All right, so today this is kind of like a broad ass subject, low key, but I'm gonna try to like shorten that shit up. You know what I'm saying? So today I'm gonna talk about like snitching and shit, cause the situation that happened, I already knew what that was though. Little bro and them, they just be talking and shit, but fucking with snitching though, like that's a big subject that should be talked more in the hood, cause like a lot of people on that shit were like, if you don't come around no more, if you stop coming around, you start doing your own thing, people just make up shit to talk about you or feel like they gotta say something about you. But the same people that say like or make up rumors or do other stuff like that, they be the same people that still be chilling with or dapping up snitches that is actually on real paperwork. And for like y'all young dudes that's in the streets and shit, y'all be trying to live by this code or whatever, that like a lot of the people that tell you to live by the code, when it really came down or when shit hit the wire like that, them fools are on paperwork. Like there's a lot of people that be walking around the East Side, Park Hill, Mount Bella, Aco, all that shit, and fucking they be on paperwork. But either one, nobody gonna say nothing because they getting money, or two, they're not gonna say nothing because they probably beat your ass. So there's a lot of people that could beat your ass that still be snitches, and that shit out of pocket. But that's really just what I wanted to talk about. Like, we need, if you really gonna live by that type of shit, or if that's gonna bring any type of like success, because it's not like I could sit here and tell people that's in the streets like don't live the code, that when you join gang banging or join doing any of that shit, that's the type of shit that you have to live by. You no longer like a regular civilian. Like, I'll put it like I used to tell the homies all the time, like, bro, don't do no hot pocket shit around my sisters or my cousins or them. Cause I'm gonna tell you out the gate, if the police come and tell them, they gon' snitch. Like my family, they civilians, bro. They not finna get in trouble for some shit that y'all be doing. So we gonna do that hot boy shit. We gotta do it around people that we know we could keep that code by. Don't be like getting mad at people that you know is just regular ass people. Like, bro, how you gonna snitch? Like that's not a good situation to be in, and that shit's not cool to put your family in either. So like with that shit, if you is gonna be out here doing crime and all that shit, don't get mad at regular civilians that see you snitching on you. Like snitching to me is like when you and your homie or you and whoever decide to go do something, y'all both know the consequences of when you get caught. So that means if you get caught, you do your time like a man, you don't bring up nothing else. But if you like a regular ass person and say we get in a clap out or something, or we in our sister's car or cousin's car, of course that shit gonna come back to your sister or your cousin or whatever. And what you think they gonna do? They gonna be like, well, I don't know. You can't be out here doing shit and then not willing to like deal with the consequences. Cause like with any life choice that you choose, there's gonna be like good life choices and bad life choices. So you gotta learn to understand that there's always gonna be a good side to the life you choose and a bad side. If you're okay with both of it, then I guess you could choose that life. But if you're not okay with the bad part, then you might as well stay away from that shit. That's really what I came to my understanding was I wasn't going to jail for nobody. I'm not no snitch and I'm not doing time for nobody. So the only way to avoid that situation is just for me to stay out the way. Because if I'm not around or if I'm not there, then there's no reason for me to even be brought up in the conversation. I got love for my people. Like it's March. So, this is the month of the lokes and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody be coming out and doing all that shit, but then they don't be around the whole year. They don't be thugging with you and all that shit. So, like, that's why that snitching shit is real. I'm bringing that shit up because, like, people get mad at you when you start making moves for yourself. So if you're not around, people start making shit up. And that's not cool. I feel like if we really gonna be on that no snitching shit, then like that really needs to be a situation brought up to where like no snitching, period. I don't care what you've done for the hood. I don't care if that was your cousin, cuz snitch, that he's a snitch, period. So that's my take on that shit. And that's like me bunching it down because it's a big ass subject. But that's my hood politics for today.
I heard you. Shit.
I can't.
Oh yeah.
It
Well,
wasn't letting me unmute y'all. My bad. Technical difficulties. I was having technical difficulties. And y'all, and if y'all just real quick, like y'all look up a real celebrity OG, Martha Stewart. If you don't know nothing about Martha Stewart, go do your research on Martha Stewart. She did her crime and did her time and took it like a true OG gangster. You feel me? And that's she's somebody who's inspirational to me. People was doing all that snitching during time, but Martha Stewart, she held her own. She held her own, y'all. So she's role model. One of mine for sure. But boom, with our conspiracy nigga Eric, what you got for us on?
All right, we gonna get to the a little bit of politics, you know what I'm saying? So like there was something that happened the past week as far as with Joe Biden, or what the people in New York would say Joe Byron, you know what I'm saying? Joe Byron. But pretty much Joe Biden, the question had came up to, hey, is it a good topic to defund the police? And Joe Biden said, no, it is not a good topic, or it is not a good idea to defund the police. What we need to do is we need to fund the police and make sure that they are funded, trained, and, at numbers. And so with Joe Biden saying that, it puts the whole cancel the police culture at a whole new high. Like you separate the Republicans and the Democrats and people who want to side with whatever, because in that situation, all the Republicans is like, hey, yeah. But the next thing you know, like whoever else is just like, well, I mean, we're not applauding it, but at the same time, we see these cases of George Floyd and so many others that are in the street innocently victimized by the police. And it's just like when you put the police at numbers like that, it's really frustrating, because you put them to where they're in a situation to hurt these minority communities. And so they're not in the white communities riding around like that, like looking for the next suspect. They're in these minority communities waiting for the next pretty much person to like do something that they gonna regret for the rest of their life. So that's really pretty much what happened. My take on it, if I were to talk about that and stuff, I'm not saying defund the police, because I feel like at an all-time high, we pretty much need the police. The police is supposed to be here to protect and serve the community. That's the police's job. But at the same time, they gotta have, I think, to restructure the police system is a more effective approach to this, because if you defund the police, you like Tone was saying, you disvalue the innocent bystanders, the innocent people, civilians that need the police as far as help with different things. So that's my take on it. Which I gotta say. What y'all thinking of?
I think restructure the police is also the proper way to go about it. Police, they need to have mental evaluation tests before they are accepted. If they need to accepted into the academy or whatever, they need to psych evals. They need to understand law terminologies, and like they honestly like. They need to have some type of minor law degree to understand the actual law, because some police officers don't even, outside of police laws, they don't know the law. So, that's where a lot of, controversy comes in with that, because technically, you know, police officers are, when they're not police officers, they're regular civilians. You know, that's their everyday job. So they definitely need to have something more to help the community. Definitely restructure the police, because I honestly don't think that they should carry guns, to be honest with y'all. Like, I really don't think that they should carry guns. Y'all have tasers, mace, batons, and y'all have the ability to restrain somebody. Now, y'all get in a shootout, call for backup. All I can say. That's really how, like, y'all get in a shootout. Call for backup, because that's what SWAT is for. You know how you call SWAT, you say I need a SWAT backup, you know how quick they're gonna come. Like that is real. It really is real. But because they only consider, like, you know, high profile crimes that SWAT can come to, such as, you know, if they're doing, you know, a high profile drug bust, or if it's like a bank robbery that, you know, there's hostages, armed bank robbery hostages at a high profile bank, you feel me? You can call them SWAT, when that's really not the case. That's really not the case. If the local police need backup because the situation is out of their hands, they can call for SWAT. So I just don't think they, like, carrying guns. It really gives them a power of control they don't deserve to have. And that's my take.
I agree. There should be levels to this.
I
Levels.
definitely feel your point. My only thing is, I think they should have a gun, but there has to be a system that makes it so it's their last resort. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I'm not gonna lie, like, if I were
It's
to ever
already
be a
supposed to
police
be.
officer, yeah, exactly. You're right, but I'm saying if I was to ever be a police officer, which I don't see myself doing, um, like, I wouldn't want to call for backup if I need my gun. You feel me? Like, ugh, like if I'm in a sticky
And I
situation,
understand
you
that.
feel me?
I definitely
Like,
understand that.
I'm not about to pop out with my taser or some pepper spray and buddy got a 40. Like, I'm just like, what do you?
But, you know, also, like, you gotta, you know, think and remember, like, their job description is to protect and serve, right? If
Right.
this, you, to assess the situation, if this is a situation where it's out of your control and you can't protect or serve anybody, it's not your situation to handle. Call for somebody who can handle that situation. Unfortunately, it may take a little bit longer because they are the first responders. Like, the local police are supposed to be the first responders, which they never are. It's usually the fire department. But, you know, they're supposed to be the first responders on the scene, right? And if in this situation, if you cannot, they're supposed to assess the situation and then move in to protect and serve, due diligence. If this is a situation that you can't protect or serve, call somebody who can properly do it, which would be SWAT. SWAT possibly may take things out of control. I mean, you know, to the next level, yes, but that's in their job description. You feel me? Like, when you go legally about things, what's in your job description? The police are always going outside of their job description. Police brutality is outside of the job description. People is outside of their job description. You feel me? Like, it's not a part of your job description. Whereas SWAT's job description is take down the suspect by any means necessary. That's what SWAT's here to do. You feel me? We're here to apprehend by any means necessary. We're not negotiators or anything like that. You feel me? We're apprehending. We're going in guns blazing. That's what SWAT does. So, if you know, I just think they overuse their gun. Now, let's have guns, but let's replace it with rubber bullets. Let's replace the bullets with rubber bullets. That way, because them rubber bullets, they hurt and they definitely will knock somebody out. They absolutely will knock somebody out. You feel me? So if they have guns and they have rubber bullets versus actual bullets, because y'all are out here killing innocent people, innocent lives. Like, how many more innocent Black people have to die? How many more hairbrushes and wallets and combs and cell phones are going to get mistaken for a gun? You feel me? Because that's the excuse that they use. I saw a gun, so I shot. If that's the case, you know, rubber bullets, but you know, they gun power, they gun control is why I feel like a lot of people want to defund the police, because of the overpower that they have in using guns. You feel me? Like, they overpower it. They're out of control with it. You get, because thinking about it, they're regular civilians. You're giving them a life kill and a gun in their hand just because they're a police officer. They're only a police officer when they're in that uniform and carry that badge. Otherwise, they're civilians. You feel me?
Sure. Aja, you got anything?
I agree more with you, Mark, as far as the, you know, still needing a gun, but then I also agree with you, G, as far as maybe replacing the bullets with rubber bullets. Because in my opinion, police brutality isn't going to stop. I mean, that's just how I feel. I don't see it really stopping at all. I can see it decreasing on a large level, but I don't think that it'll ever truly stop. So if we can put, you know, steps and stuff like that in place in order to kind of, like you said, make them using their gun be the last resort, because there are situations where obviously a gun is needed. For example, movie theater shootings, church shootings, stuff like that, even though they're rarely ever shot in situations like that. But, you know, in situations like that, a gun is it's needed. So, you know, if we can have steps in place that, oh, you know, okay, well, if so-and-so is not listening, then we're going to pepper spray them. Then if that doesn't work, then we're going to tase them. Then if that doesn't work, you know, like steps to truly follow that'll try to deteriorate the, you know, escalation, I guess you can say. But, so yeah, that's my take. I agree with all that y'all have said though. So.
What you think, Tom?
Shit, F the police. I don't like the police. I'm the wrong person to ask when it comes to that type of stuff, for real. I hate the police.
So defund the police, period.
Like, to be honest, though, I feel like it's too easy to become a police officer. Like, they should, I guess, like 6 months or something of training. Like, in Europe, I don't know where it's at, but in Europe, you got to get a degree and you got to be like in like some shit for like 2 years, I think, before you could be an officer or whatever. I think that'll make a lot more people, or less people that's like lazy, don't really want to do that shit. Because I don't feel like being a police is something you should just do just to do. Like, that's something that got to be like your passion or whatever. You be like, you could tell like he was like officers, you could tell, you be like, yeah, he fucking probably didn't get no pussy growing up, so he's hateful with life. Or he probably got bullied. Like that, like really a lot of that, them racist ass shit just be like from them just hate childhood and shit, and they be taking it out on everybody else. Because they feel like they got some form of like power over you type shit, but they regular ass people.
And that's why
I just don't fuck with the police.
Sorry, but I was just going to say, I feel like there should be some type of mental check, not even mental health, but full mental evaluation. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Even going back to family, because if your great grandfather was a KKK member, and then, you know, we should kind of monitor your family history before allowing certain people into positions like that as well. So that's what I'm saying. I feel like it should be like a completely reevaluated process on how they get there, the steps that they take once they are there. I think that all that needs to be.
They need full psyche vows, full psyche and regular psyche vows, like annually. Because honestly, as a police officer, I understand you see some things that are
Yeah, exactly.
traumatizing and life changing. You feel me? You're definitely gonna see some stuff that's gonna mess with you. So regular psyche vows. Maybe you've been a police officer for a year and you done
They need to
seen
ask you what's going
too
on
much
with your
stuff
life.
that now you can't be an officer no more because it done your psyche vow done changed from the first year you became a police officer to this year that you're a police officer now. So definitely regular psyche vows because I know they see some stuff. And honestly, if you've ever seen somebody get killed or seen a dead body, that changes you. It's traumatizing and it messes with your psyche. So they
Even
definitely
seeing
need to have
somebody get
regular
shot.
psyche vows.
Bro,
Even
but
seeing somebody,
I
I
done
mean,
heard the
shot,
police.
stabbed, beat to death, any of that. Like if you didn't grow up or if you've never seen anything like that, you feel me? Seeing that for the first time or seeing it repetitively and you're not used to it, it changes you. Especially if you're not a violent person. Some police officers are not violent people in their heart. They're just good people who want to protect and serve. So seeing all the violence that the world produces, it changes their psyche. You feel me? Like so regular psyche vows, I think are important.
Uh, I know.
Hell yeah.
I mean,
Hey, but on God, when we got when we used to get harassed by the police used to really be on some bullshit. Like they this one time the police said because him and his wife was getting into it or something, one of us is going to jail. So they gotta find something. That's why the police need to be checked all the time. Like, bro, how are you doing in life? Are you happy? What's going on with you? Are you getting enough play? Are you
Yep.
is your marriage going well? Because I feel like people forget these is human beings. Like them fools still got fucking feelings and shit too. Like you be at work some days like I don't want to be here. But you shouldn't be feeling like that when you got such power and control over somebody's like life or future type shit. Cause that shit's the police could get away with all of that shit.
100.
And I yeah, like she said, I don't see that shit changing at all. I just see
Yeah, that's real.
Well, shit, if that
that shit ain't
concludes
gonna
that
change.
segment, we could go ahead and move to our discussion.
Boom. So our discussion topic for today, y'all, we are talking about a little bit of some rap beef going on in the streets. So we got first for y'all Durkio versus YBNDA. Young boy never broke again. Y'all know operation. And then we're also going to talk about Boosie's take on the Kodak shooting in LA. So first, let's start with Durkio and YB. You feel me, y'all? Now, okay, a little backstory. You feel me? So back it was in January, YB put out the song. Y'all, what's the name of the song?
I don't
The
listen
hook.
to Young Boy.
Oh wow, I can't
You
even
gotta
think of
go
the name
back
of the name.
before that.
Bring the hook. Bring the Hook. Bring the Hook is a song that he put out there. He, referenced King Von's death. And, a little disrespectful in the song. You feel me? A little disrespectful. So, Durkio came back with his song, Ah Ha Ha. You feel me now? If you ain't heard either song, go look them up. You just got to go do your research and look them up, right? But, then, Durkio just said a few days ago, yesterday even, maybe, that he ain't got no beef with nobody. He chilling, he living life, he on his own thing. I just want to know from my peoples, what y'all got to say.
I mean, for me, they both too rich to be beefing like this. You feel me? I understand, you should never talk about somebody's dead homie, et cetera, but they making too much
Yeah,
money
it's over with. They
to
done
be
crossed the
beefing like that. Like, they making too much money. But at the same time, like, you can't really be dissing. I don't know. You feel me? I definitely see, both sides of that. But I mean, and it's more than just one or two songs. Like they dissing each other on like every track damn near, especially YoungBoy. Like the whole month of February, he was just dropping track after track after track, just going off. But yeah, they make it too much money to be beefing.
Here's my take on it. This shit started with King Von's death. If anybody don't know who Quando Rondo is signed under YoungBoy. Okay, they all in cahoots. You know what I mean? They all business partners. So King Von basically ran up, got smoked by Quando's little homie, and that was that. That should have been it. You feel me? Like, I mean, there's a lot of ways to handle a situation, especially when somebody run up on you, and they're unarmed. First of all, like, I mean, but King Von unfortunately
Actually,
lost. Huh?
women. It's the women. That's what caused the whole problem, though. Because
Yeah.
low key, King Von was
Talk about
piping
it.
young boys, NBA young boys, baby mama, and because King Von used to be cool with little ass. That's why he told him like, I'm not gonna pop you. I'm gonna just beat your ass when I see you. Because there was like a video of Quando Rondo saying something like, "Bitch, we not from 63rd with King Von from way back in the day." But he got signed to NBA YoungBoy, so NBA YoungBoy kind of like basically put him in the middle of that beef type shit because bro was piping. That's why Lil Durk said in the song like I told bro to stop fucking with his baby mama type shit because like I guess she's a go liver or whatever, but yeah, that's what really started it though, man. Fucking with these women in these streets, man. That shit is too many women to be messing with the
Talk
same
about
women.
that's the root. See, I was wondering. I was wondering if somebody was going to get to the root of the problem. You feel me? The root of the you gotta get to the root of the problem, right? It be the women, right? And on the surface level, it just looks like it's, you feel me, just some thug rob niggas beefing. And that's what the surface level looks like, right? Like it's maybe like some gang beef or some turf war beef. That's what the surface level tells you. But once you get underneath that surface and you get to the root of the problem, it be
Hey, but King Von's death is the
vagina.
shit that's
Be
overboard
women.
though. Like fuck.
Yeah. So with
Fuck
King
both.
Von
Too
losing
far.
his life in this situation, you know what I mean? Like we said, jump forward to 2022. Young boy dropped that Bring the Hood, and I guess Dirk wasn't feeling it, so Dirk couple month two later dropped that aha, and within hours later, Young Boy dropped I Hate Young Boy. When Young Boy dropped I Hate Young Boy, it just elevated everything. Like it Young Boy said whoever you fuck with and who you fuck with and your baby mama and your homies, I don't fuck with. Young Boy this Lil Durk, he did some YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? He just dead homies. He just Boosie, like he just
Gucci
Apple
Mane,
Music, Gucci
Lil
Mane, OPF,
Baby,
Lil Baby. It's like
Wall.
it's just like so he basically disassociated with so many people in that situation. And so do I agree with what he did? No. But at the
That's
same
all of it.
time, when you feel like you're back against the wall and nobody's fucking with you, he basically said, "Hey, fuck all y'all." So in that situation, he also
Rally
dissed
point.
Boosie, and dissing Boosie like the OG of the rap game. Like when you diss Boosie, like I mean, a lot of people feel like that's disrespectful, or like people like, where is that coming from? But really, where it's coming from is pretty much Boosie just dropped a tape, matter of fact, and he basically said that I don't know why you ain't call me, why ain't you hit me up, because really you the one that's not being proactive. You could have called me if there was an issue. Like Boosie's like, I've been had songs with you, you don't even want to clear them. Your label don't even want to clear them and drop them. So you know what I mean? Just keep my name out your mouth. Um, because I mean, if you look at it, they both from Louisiana. You know what I mean? They both from different generations. Like I mean, whether you like him or hate him, Young Boy is probably one of like Louisiana's top right now as far as just rappers. So he's making a lot of money just off of out of Louisiana. And Boosie was that years ago. So just looking at it from a young kid to an OG perspective, like that shit crazy. Like so, I just in my take, you don't diss the OG like that.
That's because he got a jail
Audrey,
line
you got
makeup
anything?
Okay, so to me, and I like both. I like both artists before I say what I feel or whatever. I do like both artists, everybody involved. But to me, I feel like Dirk in all, what is that? It's OTF, yeah, because I was thinking of OTF, but that's, yeah, anyway. So Dirk and all of OTF should not really be mad at Youngboy because at the end of the day, it was Quando and his friend, his other friend, not Youngboy, but the other friend that actually pulled the trigger. So why they mad at Youngboy? I don't know. Like y'all said, yeah, it is baby mama drama, but that was realistically between Youngboy and Vaughn. Now, Youngboy was mad about that then, but and realistically, the baby mom that Vaughn messed with, that's like his heart. He has her name tattooed on his face. So, that just shows how much he dealt with her for real. But yeah, so to me, I don't really see why. And then what's his name? Dirk did an interview a couple years ago, and he was saying how Youngboy is like his top 5. And so, at one point they all had admiration for each other. They all, was cool, like I was saying. But I don't see why everybody's mad at Youngboy because he really wasn't in that for real. Like he was due to like affiliation, but that ain't his situation. And then, like he said in the song, he's blackballed. He's one of the most top viewed YouTubers.
I ain't
in
gonna
general.
lie though. What you gonna do if somebody get on there and say they smoking on your homie? Like being in the streets
No,
though,
yeah,
like
I can see it. I can understand
that's in front of
it.
everybody though. Everybody and their mama heard him say it. So now it's like, bruh, I gotta do something. You can't just be smoking.
But he didn't do nothing about 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine been talking stuff about Vaughn since he died.
But 6ix9ine is a big. That's like fucking.
Exactly.
Like
so that
Line is protected by the government.
Facts.
The crazy thing about the affiliations too is they even Lil Durk's little homie said that he told the baby, because if y'all don't know, the baby and Youngboy got a whole collab album coming out Friday.
Youngboy got a
the
collab.
little homie told the baby,
Yep,
you better pick a side. The baby responded, you better get some money and stop worrying, you know what I mean, focusing on me because I'm not your focus. His focus is on money. So the baby's like already saying like, y'all better stop with that. Like, and so when y'all bring up the 6ix9ine like Lil Durk situation, it's just like, when you mention somebody's name, like when Lil Durk mentioned 6ix9ine's name, 6ix9ine went ballistic. Like, let's be 100. Like, even though he's a snitch, like he went off on him, and it's just like when you bring that type of energy, the way like both of them, like 6ix9ine initially at Durk, and then Youngboy, like they both make way more money than Lil Durk. Like Lil Durk is the one that's in the industry making the money.
Because Durk been out for forever.
Lil Durk is
he's been out for
exactly
a minute,
since
so.
like 04 or not 04, 14.
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm saying.
like,
I mess with him too, but he's just now getting some spotlight. Youngboy been on for years. If you look at
he's just not getting his credit.
Youngboy gets,
but yeah, credit though, because drill music started with Chief Keef and Lil Durk. Like they were the first 2 out of Chicago that really got that shit jumped. Like when I was going to high school, like 8th, 9th grade, that's when drill music started really. Yeah. That shit influenced
but that was
the
before
whole world.
Durk was even singing. Durk wasn't even singing back then.
Yeah, that was very I was back when he did that. This Ain't What You Want. That was like the first song that they got real big off of that shit. I just think it's because them fools be off drugs, so they just be fucking talking shit. Because I'm like, bro, there's too much back and forth. Y'all just trying to make money off this situation. That's how I look at it. I don't know though, because people didn't die, so I don't see them getting back cool. But you never know; they might fuck around in.
Well, even thinking of the
Do this shit.
situation, like I was saying with the baby like Young Boy album, like Young Boy even said, "I'll make a song with 6ix9ine before I fuck with them." Like, and that, saying something like that, you know what I mean? Like 6ix9ine's reputation, not saying something like you make a song with 6ix9ine, like
Saying
that's
something.
toxic
That's
number
saying
one.
a lot. That's saying
That's
a lot.
saying, yeah, that's saying like that's saying your energy towards that group of people, like
Enemy
even
number
like
one.
Lil Baby and all them, like so.
Is that
Hey,
bad?
Hey, but real quick
yeah,
though, I just wanted to say again, they making too much money to be trying to kill each other.
but
Especially,
And I don't think it's
Hell
gonna get
yeah.
that far, realistically.
Too
like
much
Tone
money.
said, this is all about
Oh,
money.
me
They
neither.
using these beefs
Me neither.
to fuel the they songs. You know what I'm saying? That's all
absolutely,
they
and
doing.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie.
Anita
That shit
fighting
low
the
key
Rico.
real though. The motherfuckers is dying, so that shit's different. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
they
saying. Like
definitely.
that's fucked up.
Like if you look at the pattern, every time 6ix9ine dropped a song, he had a beef with somebody. Like it's about like it's really 6ix9ine. No, ain't nobody gonna touch him. Young Boy, no, really nobody's
Exactly, and
gonna
that's what
touch
I'm
him.
saying.
So
Because
it's like fuck it, let
Dirk
me
put,
go
what did
off.
he put, like 8
That's why
mil
they going
for
off though,
condos,
because they know.
and nothing happened. So
Boy,
I
that
don't,
was
I don't
a
think
for
it's gonna
real
get that.
8 million on his head.
I
That
think
was
it was real. I don't know because I know people started making jokes out of it, but I feel like it was real. So I mean, if it
Bro,
was,
that shit
that
was
just goes
real
to
though.
show they ain't really pressing that line for real. So I hope it don't
They're
get that
not.
far because, like I said, I like both artists and I listen to both artists, so I need them to kind of chill out a little bit. But
Yeah, because they got enough money.
Musically,
They got
I
enough
like
money.
both artists.
Mhm.
They got enough money. If they wanted that shit to happen, bro, Buddy would have been killed already. Straight the fuck up.
But isn't
Because they
Youngboy
playing with
fighting the
millions.
Rico right now?
I feel like
think
that's
his
why he
win is
going
like
off though, because
25K.
bruh is on house arrest in like the middle of
Yeah.
Timbuktu. So then when bruh get out, he'll be like, man, that shit was just fun. Because I really don't feel, I feel like, nah, they might shoot guns, but I feel like bruh not really like with that pressing action. I don't know how to explain it.
No, I don't think nobody about that pressing action no more. Like
Nah, I look at beef. Yeah, I look at the new rap beef, you know, all of it. You feel me? All of it. And I just think of, you know, if y'all ever heard Biggie song, What's Beef? And he talks about like, you feel me, like everybody talking about they got beef, but what's really your beef? Beef is really when you see somebody and on site means on site. Like Tom and Jerry, they got beef. It was never no words between Tom. Action. It was all action. I see you, I'ma get you. That's what it was, period. And that's basically what Biggie is saying in that song. So I look at all this beef, you feel me, as you know, like it, y'all just really talking until you actually do something and pop off
It's
on
like a
something. You
big
just
girls
talking, like,
club,
cause what's
a bad girls club, but
yeah,
in
it's
the
like,
music world.
whoo, boy, but in the music world, yeah. So you know, it is what it is with that. But real quick, y'all, before we end on this thing, I wanted to, you know, get y'all's opinion and this take on. So y'all know Kodak just got shot in the leg in LA, right? If you didn't know, I just let y'all know. Just told y'all Kodak just got shot, right? So, you know, Boosie was asked about why he hasn't really spoke on it or said anything. And he at first said that he didn't really want to, but he came out and he said, and I'm gonna read this, so it's a little verbatim, but Boosie said, when I'm out in public, you always got to be worried about a thing when you develop a past like that. When I'm out in the street, regardless of what I'm doing, I'm looking over my shoulder, especially in LA. That's where all the rappers get robbed. They can't protect you in LA. I only go to LA to take care of something, you know, get money, like straight get money on business terms. I'm in Universal Studios. I'm trying to get money wherever I'm at. I'm not in the streets in LA. I don't really got nobody to protect me in LA but us. I got a few grapes I fuck with, but I ain't tied to in really, you know. Niggas I can call. Nipsey Hussle gone. Nip used to get us rental cars and shit. Boosie called LA the Wild Wild West, and rappers really need to be ready to go on arrival. You gonna get God out there, bro. You better be ready to go as soon as you get off the plane, he said. So boom. That's Boosie's take on, you feel me, Kodak getting shot in LA. And not just Kodak getting shot, but rappers in general and what goes down in LA. I'm not gonna disagree with Boosie. I'm not gonna disagree with LA is LA is LA. I don't even know how to describe LA, to be honest with y'all. Like, I've been to LA, and everybody, you know, you either have a good perception of LA or you have a bad perception of LA. Because the LA that's, you know, perceived on the movies and stuff, it's like everybody wants to go LA. Everybody wants to visit LA. Everybody want to see what it's about. LA really ain't shit to me. And now I'm from Denver, Colorado, and I'ma always choose Denver, Colorado over LA every single time. Every single time, I promise you. We're way more ruthless than LA. I don't care what nobody says. I really don't. Y'all can quote me on this. Y'all can bash me for this. Y'all can feel however you feel. You feel me? But my East Side Denver street is gonna overpower the LA streets every time because they're low-key soft in LA. But you hit the wrong corner, you hit the wrong boulevard, you hit the wrong avenue, and that's the end of your life. That's the end of your life. If you say the wrong thing, you dressed in the wrong attire in the wrong area, you feel me? That's your life. You feel me? Because certain parts is that ruthless. But that no protection is real. They're not going to protect you in LA. If you're not from LA, they don't care about you. They don't care about you. I've met so many people from LA. They're LA to the core. LA to the core. LA everything. LA this, LA that, whoopty whoop, bam, bam. They go hard for LA. And when rappers get killed in LA, you feel me? Everybody know everybody. They think LA super big, but everybody knows everybody. It's like small because they grew up with each other, right? You feel like how we are in Denver, like everybody know everybody. You can say you know people affiliated with you, bam, bam. If you step out of your lane or you know, my mom says all the time, it's not about where you're from, it's about where you at. Recognize where you at. The hood is the hood wherever you go from coast to coast. So recognize where you at. It's not about where you from. And a lot of people, and I say LA specifically because I've met people from LA. I've done have to check people from LA. I don't give a damn that you're from LA. You in Denver. That's where you're at. That's where you're at. You're in Denver. So when you're in LA, it don't matter if you're from Louisiana. It don't matter if you're from Denver. It don't matter if you're from New York. You're in LA. So you dealing with LA people, they can call somebody, hey, such and such is right here around the corner. Let's block this area off and we finna get wooty woo bam bam. That's how that shit goes down. Yeah. And I believe that's what Boosie is referring to. You don't have that protection. So when you go to LA, because it's a fast-paced city, so they about their money, they about their paper. You will go out there to handle business. You be about your paper, you be about your business, you handle it, you get in, you get out, boom, boom. That's what Biggie used to do when he used to go to LA, and how he got caught slipping, having too much fun, partying, letting your guard down, thinking that, you feel me, the people you around is going to have your back when that's not the case. I don't know. I don't know. And that's just, I'm a little biased because I'm from Denver. I am from Denver, Colorado. And everybody always likes to say, you feel me, how
we want to be like Cali.
How we want to be like Cali and how we want to be like them. No, Denver don't want to be like nobody but Denver. That's it. If you're not from Denver, you don't understand that. But we only want to be like us. We don't want to be like Cali. We don't give a damn about being like California. We don't care about California. Them streets. We got our own streets.
They don't like Colorado people. That shit's crazy. Well, like on like the gang culture, I know that for sure. Cali don't like this, but fucking yeah, but Cali's like the east side, but like if the east side had all different hoods within the east side, that's why it'd be so active out there, just because everybody's closer to each other. Like the east side, you gotta go a little wild to get to Park Hill. Cali, like in LA, when I stayed out there, it'll be like Manual will be the Crips, and then you go up to Scott's Market, and that'll be Bloods, and then you go up to Cole, and that'll be S like South. So it'd be like
Yeah, you hit a block, you hit a corner, and it's a whole different hood.
exactly. And they yeah, he just got caught slipping. I wouldn't have been in LA without nobody with no Rollos. That he's Kodak Black was tripping.
I think kind of like what G was saying, he was just in that party or, you know what I mean, that comfortable environment, and like he ended up getting shot in the leg. So,
but
I
you gotta
think
like
when
G
you look
said,
at it
though,
like that, like
you gotta
I
know
know.
where you at though.
I mean, let's be honest. Like Kodak don't care. I'm gonna be 100 with you. He don't like. He ain't thinking about none of that. Like you heard Super Gremlin. Like he don't care. So it's just like when you don't have concern about your own self, then people like go about it that way. Like Boosie said, I'm gonna make sure if I gotta go, I got my people with me, and we just gonna go in, do what we gotta do, leave. Like we not about to, do all that extra stuff. So it just goes to show you how it is out there, and especially like I just think of it like he said, like Nipsey gone, so like who else is there? Like I mean, you probably not tapping in with YG. Like YG probably ain't even living there, so it's just like. So who you tap in with? So it's really like nobody on a big scale anymore like that. To where it's just like you tapped in straight. Because even when you look at YG, like what Slim 400 just got killed, didn't he? Like his little you know what I mean? So it's just
months ago.
Yeah, exactly. So
Audrey, you got anything you want to add?
I don't know much about Cali well, Cali in general. I've been to Cali a few times, but I was too young to really understand anything, and I wasn't, in LA. I don't know where I was. I was in some town that don't nobody even hear of like that. So I don't, but I can relate to just being aware of your surroundings. I feel like once I reached a certain age is when I started to really realize, like, yeah, you can't just be aimless, really. And my mom would always tell me, like, you have common sense. No. She said I'm book smart, but I'm not street smart. And so that's why she wouldn't really let me do certain stuff, because I didn't grow up in that environment. So I didn't have to really worry about certain situations. But now that I'm older, I'm starting to realize, like, okay, you gotta, if you here by yourself, you need to look around, you need to make sure, just pay attention to your surroundings and stuff like that. So, I mean, with him being a rapper, with him having his status, and then I feel like he's in some beefs too with some people. So that already should have put, something in his mind to, he needs to make sure that he's aware of what he's doing and aware of who's around him and stuff like that. So, I mean, I agree with what Boosie said, because y'all live that life, whether you rappers or not, or whether you, got street affiliations or you just got money in general. People gonna see it and people gonna want it. So you got to know how to handle what comes with that, I guess. So.
Yeah, I like to take you book smart, not street smart. Like I think you have to that whole intention has to grow, because I definitely you pop up to a video shoot, you know what I'm saying, and then when to leave. Like you like, hey, it's time for me to go because stuff about to start popping off. So I agree with that. Like you gotta be book smart, and then if you don't have any type of experience in those situations, you gotta know or be with somebody that's, hey, like somebody would be like, hey, bro, it's time for you to go. You know what I mean? It's time to go, because that some people just have those instincts.
Exactly. I honestly, you have to learn how to combat having both. You got to be book smart and you got to be street smart. And street smart doesn't necessarily have to mean, you feel me, that you in the streets or that you come from the streets, but it's just understanding, like Audrey was saying, being aware of your surroundings, right? Not letting situations and circumstances take advantage of you or anything like that, right? Street smart is, recognizing when you're in a bad situation. It's trusting your intuition, it's trusting your gut. It's knowing the difference between right and wrong, which that's not necessarily book smart, because you feel book smart is just knowing, things, right? It's just knowing things. It's just
Knowledge.
education. And sometimes it's just knowledge. And sometimes it's knowledge that you never even apply. But street smarts is applied knowledge. And you
Right.
taking everything you know and you're applying it to these situations to make sure that you have the best outcome for yourself. So it's important to be both street smart and book smart, especially teaching your kids that. In our household growing up, one thing that, and I believe all families, it don't matter if you in the streets or not, all families with your kids, you need to have codes with your children. It's when they go to school and all of that. Like, we had codes. You couldn't pick us up from school if you didn't have the code, and the code gonna change a little bit daily depending on what it is. But I don't care who it was, you feel me? I understand you, my auntie, you, my uncle, grandma, grandpa, whoever. You don't have the code, which means my mama or my daddy did not send you to pick me up, meaning I'm not going with you, period. And that's how we was growing up. That's just how it was. I understand. I know you. I know who you are and who you are to me. But what's that code? That means my mom didn't say that you could pick me up. That means my dad didn't say you could pick me up. And as a kid, I didn't understand fully, because why I can't go with them if I know them. But as I got older, I understood, because sometimes your parents ain't going to involve you in the beef they got going on with other grown adults. You feel me? Because that's between grown folks. So you don't know what type of beef your parents are going on. Maybe your mom and her sister ain't talking right now, and it's a little hectic. So she don't want her picking y'all up from school. It's as simple as that. You don't have to understand it, but it's a code, and that's street smart, because that's protection. It's being protective of your flock, your seeds, and all of that. And that's just one thing that we did growing up that I think all families should do, is protecting those kids. They might not understand kids, but it's just important, because honestly, y'all, it be the people closest to you that do the most damage, that will hurt you the most. And people go through your kids and all types of stuff to hurt you. And so I just wanted to, throw that out there and add that in there real quick. Y'all got any last final statements y'all want to make before we pop up out of here?
Not that I can think of.
That was it. Thanks for watching.
Boom, cool. So with that, y'all already know the deal. Check us out on all of our stuff. We got over our pages, the Make a Chess Move at MACM. We got Make a Culture Move at MACM. We got our YouTube channel at MACM, Make a Chess Move. Virtual artist storytelling, me on a little bit of hold, but we're gonna get back to it. So y'all, make sure y'all keep tapped in with us. Our website at www.makeachessmove.org. You could get on there, scroll down to the bottom. You'll see a donation tab. We are always accepting donations so that we can do amazing things in the community for our youth. We got our female empowerment workshop coming up on March 29th through the 31st, y'all. So just be on the lookout for that as we tap into that. Follow us on all of our social media sites: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, all at MACM303. And we have our MACM luncheon March 19th. That's in 3 Saturdays. At Cross Purpose. We would love to see all of y'all there, starting at 11 a.m. Save the date, y'all. March 19th, Cross Purpose, MACM luncheon. Come prepared. We're going to have the chess tournament. We're going to have some MACM attire and all types of stuff, y'all. We got some food and some good eats and some good times and some laughs. Y'all know how to get down. Leave a like, a comment, and all of that. And with that being said, y'all, we are out. Y'all MACM out there.
All right, gone.
And